Hello friends, today we are going to talk about another very important topic of Python language, that is control structures. In today's lecture we are going to talk about on control structures, objectives of a control structure, how control structures are helpful in programming, then we'll discuss types of control structures in Python, and in today's lecture we'll focus on first type of control structure, that is sequential control structure in Python language. So let's start. First, we'll discuss what is control structure. Before talking about control structures, let's first know the meaning of control. What is control in your simple language? Control means a limit on something, that means a way of keeping something within your certain limits, that is your control. And what is structure? Structure means the way the parts of something are put together or organized. That means structure is the way in which you group together or you organize something into a particular manner. So in combinedly we can say that control structures are helpful to control a particular structure. So in control structures in programming language is considered as the building blocks of computer programs. Suppose what are building blocks? Suppose you want to build a wall. What do you require? You require bricks, and with the help of bricks you will make a wall. In similar way, if you want to build a program, you need blocks, you need certain codes, certain commands, and these control structures are your building blocks for making a program. These control structures enable us to take decision following one path or another path. Suppose what kind of execution you want, or suppose in these are the control structures which tell computer in which order instructions will be executed in your program. Imagine that you write a program containing 10 lines, and if it is the control which will tell which line will be executed first, which will be the executed next, and which line will be executed last. That means the control structure helps to take decisions. A program is usually not limited. Normally what happens when you write a program, when you see a program, you think that it runs sequentially, but it's not always there. That means sometimes you want to bifurcate your code, sometimes you want to repeat your code, or sometimes you want to bypass sections. Suppose, let's take an example. Suppose sometimes you want to print your name 10 times. That means what you want to do, you want that a line that is yet you have written print hello, that should be executed 10 times. Or sometimes you want that, suppose somebody has passed all the subjects, then you should calculate his percentage. So that means what you are doing, normal sequence is your linear and you are trying to change it. So control structure help us to bifurcate, repeat code, or bypass sections. Now, what is the objective of a control structure? That means a control structure, what is control structure? It is like a block of programming that analyzes variables and chooses a direction in which to go based on given parameters. I have taken an example. That means what it will do? Analyze variable means what? Suppose you want to calculate age, and I want to check if age is greater than 18, then print adult, else do something else. That means what it is doing? It is analyzing a particular variable, that is age. Then based on the condition you have given, if age is greater than 18, that it will print this part, otherwise that part. That means based on your parameter values, you are choosing the direction. That means if parameter is true, first line will be executed, otherwise it will leave this part and it will execute the else part. So we'll discuss what is the objective of a control structure. The main objective, or you can say the main focus of a control structure is what? That means to decide the direction of the program. That means its main purpose is to decide the direction of a program, or you can say which part of the program will be executed or how many times it will be executed. That means the term flow control details the direction the program takes. Hence, it is the basic decision making process in computing, because if you are doing programming, certain times you need to take decisions, and these are your building blocks which will help you take decisions. Next is how control structures are helpful in programming. So it's almost clear to you that control structures are just a way to specify flow of control in programs. That means otherwise what is done in programming, normal your default control is sequential. That means if you have written 5 lines coding, that line number first will be executed, then line number second, third, fourth and 5. But there are certain cases when, as I have taken example of age. Suppose if age is 18, greater than 18, you want to this part to execute this part, else you want to execute another part. So that means you want to specify the flow of control in your programs. This you can be done. This you can be do with the help of control structures. And why this is helpful? Because if you are doing programming, it's beneficial for you that you use self-contained modules, which are also known as logic or control structures. That means any algorithm or program can be more clear. That if you keep a program in a self-contained modules or in control structures, what will be its benefit? It will be clear and understood to you. So any program, algorithm or program can be understood and be more clear if they uses self-contained modules that are known as logic or control structures. Next, with the help of example, I have shown you that in this control structure, what it is doing, I have taken a condition, and yes, that means if condition is true, module 1 will be executed. If a condition is false, module B will be executed. That means it is basically analyzes and chooses in which direction program flow based on certain parameters. Which parameter? That means in this case, parameter, what is this parameter? Condition is in this case parameter. That means if condition is true, module 1 will be executed, otherwise flow will be passed to the module B. Next is the types of control structures. Python provides us normally 4 types of control structures. That is, first one is your sequential, second one is your conditional control structure, then third one is your repetitive, which is also known as looping, and the last one is the special. Further, these are also divided into types. I'll explain you 4 types, that is sequential, conditional, looping and special. Sequential conditional is further divided into 4 parts, that is simple if else, if else if and nested if. Then is the looping. Looping is again divided into 4 parts, that is for, nested for, while and nested while. And special is again divided into 3, that is break, continue and pass. Today we will focus on first type, that is sequential. Sequential control structure refers to the line by execution by which statements are executed sequentially in the same order in which they appear in the program. What does this mean? As the name signifies, what sequential means? That the instruction will follow sequence order. That means it will follow the order in which you wrote your program. That is line by line. If I have written a program of 5 lines, then line number first will be executed, followed by line number second, then third, fourth and last will be the 5th line. That means it is following the same order in which I have written my code. So, for example, the coding can be like read or write operations or arithmetical operations. Jaise, like I have given example print, or it can be like a is equals to 2 or b is equals to 2. That means the series of operations may be read write operations, or it can be assignment of the variables. So normally all the compilers or interpreters of almost all languages follow the step by step or line by line execution, which is also known as the default execution. So we can say that normal execution of control of the program is sequential, that is linear, and Python also follows the same concept. So instructions are executed one after the another. In this example, what I have taken, suppose I have taken a code of 5 lines. Line number 1, line number 2, 3, 4 and 5. In line number 1, I have written print hello. In line number 2, I have written print have a nice day. Line number 3, learn. Line number 4, Python. And line number 5, I have written print bye. So what it will do? It will first, the control will first go to the first line, that is print hello, and it will print hello. Then it will go to the second line, and where I have written print have a nice day, it will again go to the console and print have a nice day. Then it will come and print the third line, 4, 5. That means your flow is moving sequentially or linearly. Flow will be from or you can say flow will be from top to bottom. So in linear or sequential is the default control structure, in which normally all the programming language follows this default control structure, in which sequence or series of lines are executed one after the another, and this is the default programming concept. This is the default programming control structure. So we have discussed this one first type, that is sequential. In the next video we'll take the second part, that is your second type of control structure. That's all we have with the sequential type. Thank you so much.